fam, Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. So it is Wednesday morning. Yep. And I am ready to get some more practice in. ICT has dropped some homework between 9:30 and 11, well, 11-ish, whatever. So I'm gonna start my analysis now. So I'm prepped. Got my screen up here, nice and ready. So if that sounds like a good time, let's see what we can understand. I'm kind of excited because I'm finally starting to incorporate some of that smart money concept strategies, I think. And I feel like I'm about to get vindicated. Sure, anyway. Kitty is tearing up my notes. Yay, cats. So let's do a little analysis and clean up my charts from yesterday and get prepped, as we should do every morning as we try and get in on our trades. As always, I'm on Mesh, Micro, E-mini, S&P, and I'll go get tiny. And of course, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. All right. First things first. I've just learned yesterday how to make each of these ginormous. So let me do a little cleanup here. Let's remove some drawing. All that stuff was from yesterday. So this is gonna be my 1 hour chart. I'm gonna dip out to the 1 day just so I can get like a bigger view. All right, looks like we're gonna try and clean this up. Nice. These are bullish order blocks, so my thoughts would be at least at minimum 390 and 150. That's not far away. So really down here, 39949. Let's roll back into our 1 hour. And what do we have? Relatively smooth equal lows down here. So I'm going to set that as sell side to be taken out. Kitty has come to join us. Want to say hi? Hey, Kitty. Who's the kitty? And now he's moving because he's annoying, as cats are. Okay, and then short-term buy side is over here, so I'm gonna set that as my buy side liquidity for now. We know we have other exciting things. We've got this fair value gap right here, so I'm just gonna draw that out in time, make sure I'm aware of it so I can eyeball it. And they also have the ability potentially to come back up here and eat some of this. And yeah, there's that. Okay, cool. Let's draw it out and make sure it maps up with this candle and that candle right there. Cool. And then, of course, if they're coming for this down here, I'm expecting them to tap into this fair value gap. So let me just draw that out in time. And let's go already. Cool. Save that. Exit that one. Let's jump into our 50. You know what's really annoying is it doesn't translate for some reason for mine. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's what I have count wise, but this is most definitely not sell side, but buy side liquidity. Boom. There we go. Just want to make sure I know where we're going. Ooh, fun fact. So I have the NASDAQ under here, mini, and we've got divergence. So we've got a lower low, and a lower low, and then we have a lower low and a higher low on S&P. So I think yesterday it was the opposite, and that made ICT comfortable with taking a long. Currently, this is making me feel like we're going to go short today. So sell side is where I'm gonna be focused. All right. So let's clean up the 15 minutes as well. So I wish they would just, work together. Like, come on. So now I got to do this on both levels so I can see that. So there we go. Or sell side right there. And they've already taken out all of this, and now they're sitting at this order block right here, hanging out. Let's get our buy side aim up here. And then of course we can also aim for this for a quick hit. Beautiful. And then let's also add in our fair value gap down here. And let's make sure that's properly notated. Might be a little adjusted some more. Okay, perfect. All right. Similar scenario, and then on the 1 minute is where I'll do most of my proper annotations. So let's do that. This way I can stay on top of where things are. And then if they get past that level, then, life is like a box of chocolates. But I want to see where price is moving on the higher time frame so I don't get lost. And I'll focus in on the 15, zoom a little bit in this general vicinity. Okay. So I'm aware. All right. Let's take a look at this guy. So I'm just going to annotate my SMT divergence right here. So I'm going to assume that we're going to break down lower, actually, in all honesty, because this is a lower low and this is a higher low, and that is a lie. So let's make sure we are sorted out on the 15, on the 5 minute, just as we were, because we'll be moving to the 1 minute. So here is, actually we have two sets on this guy. We've got this guy, pretty equal highs there for buy side as well. And then right above it as another area to aim for, which is I think what we had on the 15. And then sell side again all the way down here. Wish they would just show up where I put them, but it is what it is. And this imbalance is much smaller on the 5 minute. Well, technically there's 2 bits of it, but I would be aiming for the first portion and call that a day. Fair value gap. What else we have on the right here? Right, so we're just meandering about here. There's a tiny imbalance right down there. And let's assume I'm wrong, which, let's be honest, could totally be wrong. Who the heck knows? But I'll be waiting. And I'm just gonna, since there are 2 of them really right there, just make one big giant one right there. I am going to wait and see how, and I'll just map this one out as well. So I know it's there. And I'm gonna wait until 8:30 for any actual opportunities. And save. Cool. All right, so everybody's sorted out. I've confirmed the divergence. So I'm gonna make a quick note to me. I believe this means, this may mean we're going short. Wait for a proper setup. Now my task is to find 2 5-handle moves, and I'll just put that down for the day. So basically that will look like, let's say, oops, let me switch that out to short. So we're doing a 5-handle move. So basically I would be looking for something like this, that size of a move. So if I were to put it into perspective, let's say I was hoping for them to come back to tap the base of this imbalance. They tapped it. They didn't really tap it, but let's pretend they did. Well, they tapped it here. So then I would have gotten my 5 handles within a very quick time span. 5 minutes. Wow, I like that. That's nice. I like that. Quick and dirty. Anyway, so what do we have here? So on the 15, actually let's look at 1 hour. just to do a bit of quick analysis, let's make that like just to see what price has done, right? So we had this beautiful run up Monday 23rd, and then a continuation of that on Monday. Then Tuesday, we kind of meandered about and then dropped into this, ate up that properly, ate up this properly. And, I feel like they're coming down for this, but that's just my opinion. Price will do what price wants to do, right? So Monday was pretty nice. Friday, Sunday was dead. Yep. So we're back to this area they were consolidating in a bit. So I suspect they're gathering more orders to come down and eat up this liquidity down here. All right, for now, that's all I can do with that. Pop this to the side. So what am I looking for? So right now we have these lows. I'm expecting, let's see if I can draw this out properly, right? So we've come down like so. We've come up a little bit. I need it to drop to break this and then leave some sort of fair value gap, come back up to tap it and then continue down. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for a nice fair value gap so that I can take a short 5 handles down from this spot. So let's see. We'll watch how price behaves. All right, so in the meantime, let's go back testing. And let's take a look at yesterday's, actually, let's do NASDAQ for a change because I haven't looked at NASDAQ, and that's a bit secondary potential, grabbing the March contract. All right, so let's see what's NASDAQ doing, because I could then also have the same scenario with NASDAQ. I'm just going to use the single screen for this since it's not my primary, but we're expecting lower prices. We have this fair value gap. We've got bullish order blocks down here, so they could at least come down to either tap this. There's this wick. Let's zoom in. Actually, we can probably just use the zoom in on this area specifically. So they're slowly working their way down to reclaim this imbalance. I expect they're going to continue doing that. And then they have, you know, like this guy, when it came up, sorry about that, put my glasses on. So it's fascinating. Like this guy, when it came up, it took about 50% of that wick, approximately. Isn't that crazy? What do they call that? Consequent encouragement? Whatever. It's a thing that happened. And then they took the rest and continued on up. Um, so right now, I would think of this as like a rejection block, right? And it came up, this candle came up into about halfway, get into that wick and then fell. How fun. Isn't that crazy? Let's see if that happens a lot. Okay, let's see. So we came down, we wicked. Are we halfway up the wick? Not quite halfway. That looks like halfway. Close. This is consolidation. Ooh, this is a really big rejection block, right? We didn't even make it halfway, but we're encroaching on it too. So we still haven't, in order to really, really like become super bullish, we need to take this over like properly, like just gone. All the buy side in here needs to be taken out. And there's lots of liquidity up here to make that a potential. But if we do like if we like zoom out and take a look at the way price is moving right now. So we were falling. We stopped here and then had a shift. bigger, shift right here, bigger shift up here, broke it, came back down, came into this order block, and then we're continuing back up. Still bullish, but it would be better once they break above this to continue that up. Lots to take in from that perspective. But anyway, let's dive into yesterday's price action, this candle right here. So I'm just going to hit the replay, do that, and then let's go to the 1 hour because I want to start off in the morning when I would have been awake for this on the 25th, on the 24th, right? So I'm gonna pull this back to like 8:30. That's 9. Let's drop this to 30 minutes. And let's take a look. So this is 8:30. Perfect. So first things first, what did the midnight open look like? All right, so that's this green candle right there. So that's midnight open. And then what did 8:30 look like? This is 8:30. So this is the opening price for 8:30. Okay, so when we started, we were just kind of meandering about. Then we fell below it, and then 8:30 came and we dropped, came into this order block. Now 8:30 has happened. Let's have another candle. I'm gonna drop down to the 15-minute. And let's see. Now, this is a good time for me to add like the mesh in here. Mess. Oh, I guess I shouldn't put an H on it, on that. My bad. So let's do, I just learned how to do that new panel on the bottom, right? So, so what I'm looking for is a difference in, so like this is, yeah, okay, so that's fine. So there wasn't any, there's news that came out at 9:45. So let's move price forward a bit. And this was at 9:30. Okay. And let's go down to the 5-minute. Okay. This is 9. So the news came out at 9:45. Right. So so this made a higher low and this made a lower low, which I guess made it seem bullish. So we could take a long from here. I'm trying to make sure I understand the way these things work. So we did that way, and from the same place we did this way. So that's the SMT divergence between the two. So this is, I guess, saying that there was a stop hunt, right? And they took what they needed to take, and then they're running away. So in this scenario, if they give us an opportunity, we can take a long from here. Let's see if we can get 5 candles based off of that. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna come back up into this. And so we have this break right here. Lovely. No real, price is pretty, no liquidity voids is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But we have all these juicy wicks. So, whoa, it's pretty impressive. So above here, we would have had sell stops. So let me and then we have sell stops up here as well. So I'm going to assume buy stops, sorry, I'm saying the wrong thing. So we had buy stops here as well. So let's delineate those. And they took out this, guy. And so this would be my sell stop area for the day, I think, for the moment. So we've made a market structure shift. We've got this guy. I'm thinking we're bullish based off of the divergence, assuming I'm right. Can I get 5 handles? I'm going to drop to the 1 minute. And this is probably where I should have been in the first place because there was an imbalance right here. And then the market did shift and break, even if it's not super amazing. And then it came back down into this order block. So we could have been a buyer right here with our stop loss below this, either this or this low right there, right? Then price gave us another opportunity. If we wanted to, it could have been a buyer here. Well, this, I believe, is what they call a propulsion block, right? Because everything kind of took off after that. So then could have also been a buyer here and then had stop loss below the body of that. But we are late, so let us move on and find other opportunities. So they've just taken this buy side. We've got this tiny guy and the order blocks all the way down here. So let's see how this plays. Because I'm expecting it to come back down to this order block, maybe even this one. Because I prefer my order to be like midway through here. So let's see. So midway there, put it below that. And then let's specify 20, 5 handles. Now, given the movement, I could be aiming for all the way up here. So let's assume I'm only looking for 20 handles, which, wouldn't be a ton. Okay, my stop loss is too big. But that's what it would look like, and I'd want a shorter stop loss. I don't want him to take more than 50% of this. Or I want my order to be right at the tippy top of that, right there. So let's see. Do we get something like that? Okay. All right, so we busted through into the body. Why is this so busted? So I want to wait for it to turn. So it's taken this. We've got this order block right here. And this is where I originally wanted. I need to stop changing my mind about where I want to put these things, like right there. So this time I'm going to hit the buy button. And once it gets to my order should have been there. Let's do consequent encroachment, like 50% of this wick for an order right there. And then set my stop loss just below that. And that's too much. It's 20, let's say 10, something like that. It's not a lot, right? But let's see. Let's get another candle. So that's not the order block they want. They want this guy. Okay. So this order block, why does it look so tiny? Okay. So we're coming back down. And we've hit the propulsion block. Okay, so let's say I buy here and I'm going to set my stop loss right below here. And then I want my take profit to be up here somewhere. It's not good. It's going to be more than 5 handles, but let's say that. Now I want this area to kind of be, ooh, I should wait though, because they like to come down, set a low, take it out, and then continue on up. Yeah. Yep. So that's $73. I'm dead on. So this is actually I hadn't drawn it out, sell side. Okay, so I'm all kinds of wrong on that one. And They took that out. Let's wait. So now I'm gonna wait for like a break, you know? Because the break happened here, they came back into it. Okay. Going back up. So we left that. All right, so we have a break here. We have this order block. Inside of this propulsion block, they've come back down into it. There's this big order block right here. Up on that. Okay, so when it pops back down into here, like about here, I'll go for a buy again. Let's see. That work. You ever feel like you just miss the boat all the time? Okay. So there we go. There's that long that I didn't get a chance to get in on, which sucks. Here's this order block. Too much. And at the base of it. All right. Dang it. All right. Let's look outside here. What time is it? I'm not even considering the time, which is stupid, right? Of me. So we had a run up at 9:45, and then they dropped it back down, took out a little bit of self outside, and then jammed it back up. Um, if I'm considering that the day is going to be, and let's plot that back up. If the day is going to be long, at least in the morning, then still need to be better at this. So much better. All right, so then what am I looking for now? So we've made these guys. I'm going to be looking for them to take this out. So let's look for other opportunities. And we can take this off. Okay. All right, so they busted right through that one. So don't care too much about that one, except for the fact they came back down to it. Perhaps I can get 5 handles before they take this guy out. We'll see. We do have a break here, so I'm still hoping for them to come back down and give me an opportunity for another long. So I'm going to try and be patient. Okay, they're taking that. Now, if they choose to stay here, but given what they did here, they still need to take some more liquidity, and they haven't busted above here yet. So it's almost the same exact scenario as the S&P yesterday. So I might get another opportunity to get in down here. Now, this is definitely hindsight, but can I find the right type of entry from here? So I'm going to be patient and wait, because so far me trying to catch any of these or these is just bad. The the order blocks that I'm finding actually work are the ones that kind of like started the move. And this is on the 1 minute, so this guy is where I'd be looking, right? Or this guy, as a continuation. Um, this guy would be considered a breaker block. Would he? Yeah, because this just busted through it, right? So there's this breaker block right here. So let me just do this and just pull it all the way through. Because expectation was I would come back to it and then go back up. It didn't, so now we have another order block right here. We have this breaker. What is this red thing? They've already eaten this buy-side liquidity, so I'm just going to remove it to simplify my view. Okay. And we still have this buy side up here for them to take. Oh, they did take it. Boom, right there, and turned around. Nice. So there's a new area. Let's move it up. Just gonna plop this over here. And then we still have this guy up here. So, and there's this guy. So multiple targets. Okay, so Maybe I was being too hasty when I first went in for that first. So that's $73 of awfulness. So now we've come here, we've created a proper structure here. It's a break because we had this short-term high right here, shorter, broken right there. And now we're waiting for them to come back down for a break. This is a short-term like market structure shift. Yes, shift. Not a break, a shift. It's a short-term change in sentiment. So I would just be aiming for small amounts. So let's see how this plays out. We're at this order block right there. Okay. All right, so we've come back into this guy. I'm looking for an entry somewhere in here. I wanted to come in, take this low out though, because I don't trust them, you know? And I could be wrong. This is making me feel like I'm wrong and I just missing out. Okay. We're coiling away, so we're consolidating. There's this wick right here. So this order block, I'm thinking I'm gonna want to try for an entry right from there. The body of that, since the wick is so small. So let's see how it behaves if it wants to take this out first. And then I'll try for an entry. It looks like it's trying to stop, so I'm gonna buy here. Okay. And my stop loss, I'm gonna put it below this wick right here. Below this guy right here. So I'm gonna do that. How many ticks is that? 54. Jesus. That's not precise, y'all. Okay, I'm aiming for above here. And that's 189 ticks. All right, let's see how awful. Well, technically, I should be aiming under here as a stop loss. That's a lot versus that. That's a lot. I think I'm being rash. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm being rash. Oops. Okay. So we've hit my initial take profit, and once it goes back over it, going to flatten it. We're consolidating again. All right, so I'm gonna flatten it here. And now we're $34 in profit. Okay, good. Let's see, do we get other opportunities to take another long? This time aiming for the top of this guy. So there's this order block. I'm feeling like maybe they'll want to come tap this. Maybe not take the whole thing, but just come in here. What do you guys think? I don't know. I might just keep going, honestly. And we're back to the opening. Okay, so we did have a change. We had a shift. Order blocks here. So my options are, here's an old high. It's right by this guy right here. Here's this one to be taken. I think I'm zooming in too much. Need to wait for that to get taken and maybe we can get a thing. There it goes. Could have kept my other one open. Does it give us another opportunity? Okay, we're coming down. Okay, there's this big guy. I want to come in right here for a long with my stop loss just underneath that. And I want to aim for this guy right there. Okay. Oof, that turned around. I tapped this guy instead. I always wonder if but I mean, if I don't get what I want, then I can't tell price what to do. So, okay, I'm waiting. All right, we've come into this. Come on. A green candle. We're consolidating. Consolidating. Okay. All right. All right. So first green candle, when it turns around, I'm going to take that order. So right there, I'm going to buy. Okay. And I should have bought on the red candle, but I'm scared. So let's go. And not quite knocked out, but there's this fair value gap that is a problem. So taking a gamble on this one, it looks like, guys. See, we're thinking about it. This is not ideal. Can I move this over? Okay, so I can see what the candles are doing. Okay, so we gotta overtake this to come up there. All right. I don't expect it to go any lower than here. If it does, I'll be somewhat concerned. Okay. All right, good. All right. Oof. All right. Can this hold it up as support? That's a big, thick candle, though. I don't know if I trust it. Yeah. Dang it. Now, if I feel like I'm about to get... So it also didn't take out this high here. That's a problem. So do I cut my losses? Hmm. Now the only thing standing in its way is this order block. Now, it would be nice if this turned into a propulsion block and just kind of ran away. That would be what I would be hoping for, since it made itself a higher. Oh man, that's not nice. Ah, come on. Come on. You know you want to go up there. What time is it? Oh God, it's 11:44. This is a choppy. I don't like this one. I should have paid attention to the time. I probably shouldn't have taken this trade at all. But let's let it play out. We're consolidating hard and slowly thinking about what we want to do with our lives. Oh man. Giving me a minor heart attack, because why not? Let's make sure that we're aware of if and when we're about to be stopped out. Thank you very much. Don't like it. You're going to take these guys out. And there we are. And flatten. So now we're negative 450. So it's lunchtime, so I'm not touching anything else. So that's that. So we had a couple of mornings. We're at negative 450. Let's dig into the lunchtime window. So we're right about it going up. We should have waited after 9:30. You should have waited for price to come back into this general vicinity and then taken something. Usually I like for them to take out the lows and then we can enter. Once it's taken it out, green candle, probably could have entered there or waited for it to get back up here, enter there, ride it up to that imbalance, or even that one. All right, so let's push price forward to, want to bet it takes out my highs during the lunch hour. Well, looks like that's a no. It doesn't. It comes back to this fair value gap. It's providing it some support. All right, so I'm waiting until, and then it fell down. So I want to wait until 1:30 and come back in. All right, so I'm gonna note the low that's been created at lunch. And then if they choose to break below this, then I know they're going lower for the day. So let's note that as sell side. This is what was created over lunch. And they took that out. And what do I have? I still have I have new objectives. This guy right here, what do we have? It's 130. It came down, had somewhat of a shift, short-term high. So I'm just gonna wait. Let's look at what the 5-minute looks like. Okay, so we're just going sideways. We've come back down to this giant order block, and then we've taken away from it. All right. So I'm expecting these equal, this relatively equal area to get taken out. So let's designate that as blue or something. And so I'm waiting for that to get taken out. And maybe it'll give me a chance to get in on that quick long. What do we have? They've already taken this. They haven't quite balanced it out. They came back into it. Let me do this. Fiji. And then this order block, they haven't come back into that either. So we'll wait to see if we get some sort of decent setup. So far, we're just meandering about. Okay, get back into the midnight open. Okay, so this might give us an opportunity to get a quick hit right here to go up to this guy. Look like they want to coil up. Potential for order getting in here. It's kind of far, so maybe 50% of that. Okay. Do you give me the chance? This is where patience becomes super important. So I should have delineated the 50. It's about there. Didn't quite make it to that. But I'm going to buy here and put my stop loss under here. And, whoops. Okay. And I said stop loss under here, so I haven't quite made it there. It's coming to this order block, but I'm gonna flatten like I did, so $19 in a hole, rebuy here. So I'm gonna buy here, stop loss under there. And, seriously? This is the one they wanted to come back to. So I gotta flatten here. It's not quite accurate because I would have been stopped out here, but still failing miserably. So they've come back into this order block. Are we gonna do it here? I still feel like this is still a long. They're just coming back in. They took out this. I'm gonna buy here like a crazy person and put it below here. Let's see. Now I'm breaking one of my own rules because I need to wait for them to take this out and then enter. I need to remember to do that. I keep forgetting. So now we're meandering about this guy. I'm looking for them to still take out this guy up here. And we're consolidating and just slowly coming up into that. We haven't gone anywhere. Let's come up. And I'm just doing one contract here, guys. What am I doing on this? Oh, well, right. Okay, so we're up here. Right. Gone anywhere. We haven't presented any kind of structure. All right, finally making some little bit of waves. We've come smack into that. Does like to turn around a smidge when it hits it, but I keep clicking that. And so I expect it to go higher. If I get a break here, I might add like one more to it. So, no. Just slowly coiling upwards. Coming in, it shouldn't drop below that. or at least the order block. And my stop loss is actually all the way down here, so not safe, but we have this break. I don't even know what this is. What does it look like on a 5 minute? Ugh, it's choppy. It's ugly. This is not to be traded. It's a good reason why I'm also doing this. I can figure out what the heck is wrong with the situation, what I shouldn't be doing. Like once I came up here, I should have just taken my little bits and left, because now we're dipping into about to be stopped out. Yep. So having lost that, that would be me for the day. Oh well. Well, this type of choppy behavior is a good reason not to trade. Look at all that wicking. Doesn't know what it wants to do. This assumption was great in the morning, the afternoon, maybe. Now they've taken this out, then they're probably going to drop into the sell side now. But I think I would stop now and just recalibrate myself and come back another day. But this is really choppy. Like I would have preferred this sort of movement right here. Come back into the order block, take off. This is exactly what you don't want to be trading in. I mean, look at this. Break, come back in, take off. Beautiful. No choppiness. This came back into this, came back into the order block, boom, took off. Propulsion block, boom, went. It's the choppy times that gets us messed up. And I would have been messed up to the tune of $100, depending on the size of the account. Actually, I have no concept of what they're using for this. Anyway, let's take a quick look at what's happening. Oh, look. They're slowly trying to crawl downwards. I don't know. We'll see. 8:30 is coming. These guys are barely moving. I don't know. Yeah. And what are you doing? Yeah, they're slowly coiling downwards. Yep. So I'm just going to be waiting until about 9:30 and then see what happens, and I'll be back. All right, party people. That's it for today. I think 48 minutes is enough. But the SMT divergence thing is really helpful. I don't know how it's like good in that moment for that particular trade. I don't know how good it is to delineate the whole of the day. I guess it shouldn't really, right? Because it's just for that section. You'd have to go back in and check again. But anyway, happy almost Thursday, I guess. And drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I'm going to continue check-in. I get up at 5 in the morning, either exercise and then get on with this, or just come straight to this. And that's okay. That's my process. I'm going to get to where I need to be. And I hope you have your process that is working for you to get you to where you need to go as well. Everything just got blurry. All right, well, without further ado, have a great day. Shakira, out.